So this is the 7 conversion points you need to get your investors through. The 7 conversion points. So if you think about it, that level of awareness where now they recognize they have a problem. You know what their problem is? They have this goal that they're looking to. Maybe it's retirement, something like that. Maybe it's to pay less taxes, something like that. Well, they have a problem. They realize that there's this gap. They realize that they need to understand the alternative investments. They're realizing that they need to get into alternative investments. And that's what's crazy. When I first started in this space, alternative investments were way more rare. Way more rare. So the traditional investment portfolio, stocks, bonds, and that stuff is still there, obviously. But over the years that I've been in, alternative investments have become more prevalent, more popular. More people realize that they're needed. You think of things that have happened, stock market volatility, and all these things that have happened where people realize that they need to diversify. You know, I spent a whole week in Whistler with Tony Robbins at a mastermind, and there's like 27 billionaires that came and spoke to us. And this is the theme. There's a couple themes. Number one, I want you to be aware of this. The most common theme was, number one was that there will be the biggest wealth transfer in history over these next few years. Not in your lifetime, not in our lifetime, in history over the next few years. Listen, this is the number they gave, 17 trillion, with a T, dollars of wealth will be pulled from the economy and redistributed. Trillion. Now the question is, are you going to be part of that? Are you going to be part of that? You're damn right you are, if you apply the knowledge that you're receiving, right? If you apply the knowledge that you're receiving. That was number one, man, that there's going to be a big wealth transfer. Number two is that diversification. Diversification. They call it the holy, in fact, Tony has a new book called The Holy Grail of Investing, and it's having 8 diversified, uncorrelated investments. And guess what? As I'm there and they're talking about all these things, when I'm in this room, this is not a room full of multifamily investors. This is a room full of a whole bunch of business owners. I'm a multifamily investor. One of the only ones there. That's the room I'm in. I want you to really think about this. These people make great money. You have to if you're in the room. It's not cheap. You think our stuff is expensive. That shit's a lot more. A lot more. But it's awesome. I'm there. And that's just to get in there. Then all the tricks. It's a lot. Brittany, it's not a lot. It's not that much. She's not even in here. No, yeah, you're good. Yeah, sweet. I didn't realize I was catching you leaving, sorry. But Britt, this is the best part. I'm totally kidding, I'm kidding. We need to diversify, okay? But as there was a group that came up and they talked about what they do, which is multifamily investing. It's like day 4. And the energy in that room, I learned so much, dude, because the energy in that room, when I saw the shift. Now, you hear on the news that, man, in fact, I talked to somebody yesterday that they said, oh, somebody told me that right now multifamily isn't a good thing to get into. And it's like, well, I strongly disagree. Strongly disagree. Like, strongly disagree. Right now, like the amount of debt that's coming due over the next year, this year and next year, is an ungodly amount of debt that's coming due. I promise you those people will have problems. They'll have problems. And those people in this room see this because this person gets up and they give their presentation, and guess what they talked about? Not this pref, not that pref, not their package. They weren't pitching their baby little package. I don't know if it was baby. It seemed like he had a small package. Anyway, he was pitching. I digress. He was pitching. They were pitching. There's multiple. Their product, how they do what the 12 questions I just walked you through. That's what they were talking about. And the buzz created in that room, it enhanced my belief on how much investors not only need what we have, but want so badly what we have. And when you know that, do you know what it does? It enhances your confidence of like, oh my God, people need, like what we have is valuable. The information that we have to share is valuable. You need to know that to get them through this. So these 7 conversion points. Step 1, they need to know, okay, I'm interested in alternative investments. Well, then we can educate them on different alternative investments. They need, okay, is it real estate? Is it sports teams? Is it hedge funds, private debt, private equity, crypto? What is it? Okay, let's say they decide real estate. Okay, if they decide real estate, okay, well, am I going to buy and manage and own on my own? Or am I going to passively invest? So you need to educate them on the differences between those. Okay? Then if they decide they're going to passively invest, what strategy am I going to passively invest in? Is it commercial? Is it private lending? Is it multifamily? Is it single family? Listen, some of you are too nervous to talk about other investment potentials that they have, that are out there. You can't be nervous, because if you're only talking about one, this is another mistake I will tell you that I've made. If you're only talking about multifamily and that's it, there's skepticism. Well, what about the others? I promise you, if you don't know this, and hopefully you do know this, but if you don't know this, trust me, go do the research, you'll see multifamily stacks up with all of those, if not beats all of those. Oh, get it, bro. Outpaces over 25 years. You think Demetrius has had those conversations, yes or no? Let's go, bro. That's it. Those are the conversations. It's not avoiding those, it's talking about those while also talking about this one and how it's outpaced and how it will continue and what the potential. Y'all feel me? That's what it is. Don't shy from it. Okay, so now they determine multifamily, cool. Now what do they get? What type of investment structure are they going to invest in? Funds of funds, a REIT, a fund, a syndication. So you educate them on that. Then acquisition strategy. So now I know what I'm going to invest in. Now really this progress here is now, okay, how am I going to determine which ones to invest in? As a passive investor, what's my strategy? You have a strategy. How do we educate them on what a strategy should be? You literally talk about your strategy. Where do you determine what your strategy is? What framework will you use? How many questions? 12 questions. That's your strategy. Think about it. What's the risk profile? What's the investment? Where do you invest? Why do you invest? What properties? Y'all feel me, yes or no? That's what you're doing. Those are the questions. Now,